Okay, ready to be hilarious?
I'll just do what I do, and I assume you'll probably say something ridiculous, and then I will judge it.
Not today.
We'll move on. Oh,
Nope,
no, really?
Nope, I'm not going to say anything
Okay.
ridiculous today. You know why? I'm just tired of all that bullshit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, tired of all the bullshit. Hi, everybody.
you mean-
Welcome to
okay.
a new podcast called Tired of All the Bullshit. My name is Greg Benson.
My name is Craig Benzine. Now, is the music for the Lettuce Pod going on while we're saying this?
No, it's a brand new theme song.
So we're going to have to make a new song. You
Yeah,
want to do it right now? Let's do it right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Tired of all the bullshit. Bullshit.
I'm tired of
all the
bullshit.
bullshit.
I'm tired of
all the bullshit.
I'm tired of
all the
crap.
bullshit.
I'm tired of your shit.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Now that will play earlier, and then people will see
And then-
it'll be confusing because they'll be like,
Yeah.
"How did that song already exist when you guys didn't make it up until like a minute
Yeah.
later?"
Yeah, well, people know that video editing is a thing. I think
Nope.
they'll figure it. No. Oh, okay. Really? People don't know that?
No. People don't understand that editing
this isn't
exists.
This isn't the 19 teens or whenever
The
movies
19
started being-
teens. Do you think people walked
Yeah.
around like in 1912 and said, "Man, it sure is great to be here in the 19 teens"?
Could have. They could have. I mean, it's interesting how a lot of people thought, it's going to get confusing when we get to the 2020s, and we'll refer to them as the 20s instead, and everyone will be like, "Wait, do you mean the 1920s?" No one's doing that. No one's referring to now as the 20s.
What are you
we're just
talking about? The 1920s?
Yeah. No.
I'm sorry, I got
I'm-
confused
yeah.
because you said the 20s, and so I think about the Roaring 20s. You know,
No,
because
but Greg, yeah.
here in the 2020s,
Yeah.
there's a lot of fires in Los Angeles, so they call it the Roaring 20s
No, that's not. No one does that
because of
no
all
one.
the fires. Yeah, there's a
No
lot
one-
of fires.
Yeah, but no one calls it that.
California, Oregon, Montana. I mean, so many places. They got a lot of fires. Canada,
I'm not
fires
saying
are all
they
over
don't.
Canada.
I'm not saying they don't have them.
That's
but
why they
don't
call it the
No,
Roaring
no,
20s.
no,
Okay, we can
they
both agree.
don't.
Got it. Okay.
They don't.
All right. Woo!
No.
This is how I win all
When
arguments.
people say the Roaring 20s, they're referring to the
I
19.
just talk over other people until they
Yeah.
finally give in.
Yeah,
So they
you
finally
do.
said, "All right,
And then
Greg, you got this one."
You go through
I'm
life
just gonna,
thinking
I'm just gonna
you're right.
keep talking.
You just go. You're going to walk away being like, "I can't believe how right I was," and that's
Sometimes they just
and
make
that is-
sounds.
that a large part of the population of the world does think that, and then they go through life
Hey, Craig.
just thinking
Craig,
they're right.
Craig, this
Yep.
bit ended like 10 seconds ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the timer
Okay.
ran out.
Oh,
You know how
really?
there's a
I didn't-
timer on every
well, I
bit?
don't have a time. I don't have a timer.
I got to hear on my computer. There's a timer on each bit.
Well,
It
how am
tells
I
me when the
supposed
time-
to know when
Because
the
I
bits
just
end?
told you the time ran out. Didn't you hear when I said that? Like
But you're not
30
gonna,
seconds
but
ago, I told you the timer
this
ran out.
is the
10
first
seconds.
time I've ever heard that we had a timer.
There's always it's a
So-
comedy timer. You know how they say comedy's all about
But
timing?
listen, the problem I'm having is
Yeah.
how do I know when the time runs out?
Because
And you
I
said,
told you. I told you the
No,
time
no,
ran
how
out.
do I know?
Craig,
Going on.
Craig,
Yeah,
Craig, the
yeah.
timer just ran out on this bit too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is brand new. You're reacting as if we've always had a timer, but now you're telling me every time when a bit runs out. Oh, okay.
That part's over.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, comedic timing
Yeah.
is very important. Everybody knows about comedic timing. And
Sure,
that's
but
why
that's
we
not-
have the time.
Comedic timing doesn't
yeah.
necessarily mean
means that you have
when
a
the bit
timer
ends.
for comedy.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's exactly.
Okay.
You're right. You and I agree.
No.
Okay, good.
Okay, sure.
So, Craig, how have you been since we've done the last episode? I'm sure a lot has happened since you and I recorded the last episode.
Well, I started rewatching the show Severance.
Great. That's on our list to do. Rewatch that because you got to prepare for season 2.
Yeah, because that show is great.
Do you know who's going to be one of the stars of season 2?
You?
No, but my first cousin. My first
Oh,
cousin's
really?
one of the stars of season 2.
Oh, really?
I'll just leave that to the listener to figure out who my cousin is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You're like, I don't know. Maybe this guy.
Gary Busey?
Okay, don't ruin it for everybody.
Oh, okay. That would be amazing.
It would be. I don't know if it would be amazing to have Gary Busey as your cousin. I think a lot of people would be like,
No, it'd be amazing to have him on
my
Severance.
cousin.
I think it'd be pretty amazing to have him on Severance.
Yeah, no, it probably would. I wonder why
Yeah.
Gary Busey doesn't get any jobs anymore. I mean, he was a very good actor at one point. I think people won't cast him now because they think he's crazy. I had to whisper that, so I didn't want to
Is he
offend him.
difficult to work with?
Well, I
That might be
believe
part of it.
I think that's his reputation. I've never worked
Yeah.
with him, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, listen, Greg. Yes, since last time we talked, I started watching Severance, and that was last night because we did an episode yesterday. It's
Yeah,
only
I
been
know.
a
We're
day.
trying to catch up,
Yeah.
folks. We're trying to catch up here, because this is officially the Thanksgiving episode. This episode comes out the week of Thanksgiving on Patreon a day before Thanksgiving, but to the rest of the plebeians, it comes out like 3 days after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So if you're not a Patreon patron, how does it feel being a plebeian?
Yeah,
How does it
yeah. How
feel?
do you feel? How do you feel, guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
They probably
You
feel
called them-
fine. They probably
Yeah,
feel
they-
like I feel great because I've saved $2. Was it cost $2 a month? $3 a month? What's it cost?
$3,
to
I
be
believe.
$3. See, not everybody's got that. I understand why everyone's not following us. Not everybody's got $3 a month to support us.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Sure.
Look, you guys, we get it. If you don't have an extra $3 this month, why don't you save up and then you'll have
Yeah.
you'll have $6 next month, and then you can go back in
But-
time and then support us on Patreon
No.
retroactively. That's all I'm saying.
Or you could just not support it. That's fine. You don't have to support us on
Yeah,
Patreon.
yeah. Just send us a check. You don't have to be on Patreon. Send us the
No.
check for $3 every month.
You don't even
Mail
need
it-
to send money at all.
mail it to
We don't
Craig-
we don't even
Craig
need to take
Benzine.
your money at all.
PO Box, Benzene Box,
This
PO Box.
we've already proven
Idaho.
that we will make this show for nothing. Practically nothing.
Shoot,
So,
is that what we're doing? We've proven that we're doing it for free, and so that way people aren't supporting us.
I mean, maybe. I mean, they don't get to hear the Patreon only bonus section.
Now, tell me more about that. I don't know anything about that. What's that?
Well, yeah, you do, because we've done over 100 episodes now. How many have we done? And
This is episode
we've
100.
had-
This is episode 100 and 203.
yeah, no, that's not how numbers work. But we've done
God,
a
I love doing
Patreon
this
only.
with you. It's so
We've
good.
done a Patreon only every episode, Greg. Every
Yeah.
single one.
I don't
yeah.
remember. I mean, listen.
Yeah.
Some people have a better memory than other people.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember those things. So we've done other episodes. You say.
And you are, in fact, the one who says when we start the Patreon only, and usually when we end the Patreon only section.
That sounds like a great idea. I'll try that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It must be great being you. The whole world is brand new all the time. Just.
By the way, my name's Greg. I'm sorry I didn't get your name.
Oh, it's Craig. Yeah.
Oh, that's my name, but
yeah.
but slightly mispronounced.
No, it's my name pronounced correctly. Is
So let
Craig,
me ask
yeah.
you something. When you go to like Starbucks or the Coffee Bean or the Shitstorm Coffee Museum or whatever they call it,
Yeah.
and you're like,
I'm not sure which one you're referring to when you say that. Whatever they call it.
so when you
yeah.
one of those coffee houses with the popular names.
yeah, sure.
So you're at the Shitstorm Coffee Museum and you order yourself a medium soy latte
I would totally go to the Shitstorm Coffee Museum. That sounds like a great name.
with one pump of vanilla, and they're like, "What's your name, sir?"
No.
And you say Craig. Do they correct you? They go, "Actually, it's pronounced Greg."
No, they will just write. They will often write down Greg, or
Yeah, because they're trying to correct you.
one time,
Yeah.
more than once actually. I think I've gotten Frank. People thought I said Frank.
So you say Craig, and they think you say Frank. You know, when I say Greg,
Yeah.
sometimes people think I say Rick.
Yeah. Rick.
And
So
I discovered
nowadays-
that when one
yeah.
time I was waiting for like a table to be ready, and they're like, "Rick, party of 3," and I'm like, and I'm looking around, there's no Rick, and then I went up and I was like, "Do you mean Greg?" And they're like, "Yes, Rick, right this way." And I'm like, "No, it's Greg." And they're okay, whatever, Rick. So you know what?
I don't think they.
Now,
I don't think they
now
did
when
that.
I go
Yeah.
to places like Starbucks or a place where you have to
Yeah.
put your name down for anything for a table, I say Gregory because no one's going to confuse that with Rickery.
Yeah, that's true. Because
So
Rickery's
you oughta-
not very common.
You ought to
but-
start saying Craigery. Like
No,
when they
because that'll
ask your
sound
name.
that'll sound like Gregory.
No, you should just say Craigery.
Because
Say
Gregory
with a C.
isn't an actual name.
Yeah,
So
but
what I usually
it's
do,
your name.
I usually try to just really enunciate.
Yeah.
Craig.
They're like, okay, Brian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, Seamus, this way.
How'd you get Seamus from Craig? I don't know. How'd you get Seamus from Craig? Idiot. See, sometimes they're really rude. They're really rude.
Yeah. There are a lot of mean people in your life.
Hang on, an email just came in from my realtor. He's giving me.
It's great. It's great that you're checking your emails right now.
Hang on, there's 10 great tips.
Yeah.
I deleted my realtor's email. Shoot.
Oh no.
Now let me say, when I say my realtor, I mean a guy who stops by every once in a while and gives me free pads of paper to take notes on. Notepads, some people call them. Now, I've never used him to buy a house or sell a house, but I have a feeling that he wants my business because he keeps giving me notepads and they have his face on it and they have his name and his phone number and everything.
Sure.
And I take notes on those. Sometimes I write down things that I want to do or notes to someone else in the household. You know, like I write a little note to Janice or a little note to Theodore or whoever.
Who?
Just people in the household.
Which household?
Any household. You can write notes to anyone in any household with a
Janice
pad
of and
then you just have to figure out where Janice lives or where Theodore lives.
Yeah.
Drop the note off. Put it like right on the counter in their kitchen.
Do you know people named Janice or Theodore?
Not yet. That's what I wrote the note about. Dear Janice, hi, my name's Greg. I'd love to meet you. You know, and then
what do you do with that?
You find where they live. You break into their home.
Well, how do you
leave
wait? Yeah. Let's set aside the breaking into the home part first. How do you find their home? How do you find Janice?
That's what phone books are for. You open up a phone book till you see the word Janice somewhere.
So someone's last name is Janice?
No. You look at first names. It takes a longer time to find them. You just have to.
Janice is not a super common first
name.
No,
it's not. But that's why when you find one, you're like, well, there's a Janice. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So then you go to their house.
Yeah, and sometimes they live
that could
all
be
the
really
way
far
across
away.
town. Yeah. I mean, I've had to drive 15, 17 miles to get to Janice's house.
That's not that far, really.
And you break in, and you don't know if they're going to be home or not. And if they're home, you're going to scare them, and they might have a weapon, so you have to bring a weapon.
No, why do you break in? Don't they have a mailbox?
No. You have to leave the note. It's a note. You can't just put a note in someone's mailbox. Come on, man. You got to put it on their kitchen counter. That's where people leave notes for each other. So you have to bring a weapon in case they have one. And then, like, let's say...
Wait, what does the note say? It's just...
Hi, Janice. My name is Greg. I'd love to meet you. Call me. And then you put your phone number. And then, and then you go into the house with your katana or whatever weapon you've got. You know, I usually bring a katana or like a half a dozen Chinese throwing stars.
Okay. So you're a ninja or of some kind.
I'm just telling you, these are the weapons that I don't like guns. Yeah. So I don't want to walk into someone's house with a gun.
It seems like you're specifically going with ninja weapons right now.
I don't even know what a ninja is. You know?
You know what a katana is. But you don't know what a
I know
ninja
what a katana is
okay.
obviously, but I don't know what a ninja is. You know, I don't know these fancy words that you use.
Sure. Okay.
So I bring my katana and my throwing stars, and I leave the note. And here's the tough part.
Yeah.
When you have to go into someone's house and you just want to quietly go in and leave a note, but they won't stop screaming. I mean, it is. Well, I mean, honestly.
But don't you want to meet this person?
I do, but I want to meet them in a nice way. So I pretend that I'm somebody else. Like, I'm just leaving this note for Greg, and then I leave the note, and I leave before. And they're dialing 911.
Sure.
Help me!
Yeah.
And I was just like, God. Yeah. And you take your katana and you're like smashing it on the table. And
why are you doing that?
Bam!
Why are you doing that?
It's a distraction. It's a distraction.
A distraction
Look,
from what?
I'm just trying to make friends. Can a guy try to make friends with somebody? This is how you meet people.
I don't. No, this is not how you meet people, Greg.
I think this is if you want to make friends. This is how you
break into someone's home and assault them. I assume maybe you don't assault them. I don't know.
No. I'm just trying to make friends. Listen, in fact, this episode should be called "How to Make Friends with Strangers" because I am giving really good advice here.
No, you are giving horrible. Don't break into people's homes, Greg. Just don't break into
friends
Greg
with strangers. Okay, I just
You know what?
typed it out.
If people lock their doors, that means they don't want people to come in. I know it's hard to meet people these days, but
Well, that's true. It is.
But they are locking their doors. That means they don't want you to come in.
No. That's just because they don't want they don't want COVID. A lot of times people lock their doors to lock out the COVID germs.
Well, then even so, like you could be bringing in COVID.
No, you take a COVID test before you do this. What do I have to spell everything out for you? Just take the COVID test first. That's all you have to do.
At least you're taking the COVID test first. That's thoughtful. Yeah. That is thoughtful of you.
I take the COVID test, and then I go and break into Janice's house, smash my katana on her table until it's broken into several pieces.
No. Why do you do that? Because I thought you just wanted to leave a note. Like, why is that part of the plan that you're going to smash the katana? It
just is. Why do you have to question everything? Okay. You smashed your katana on her dining room table. Why? If it's got a glass top, all the better because it breaks very easily. Smash! Just a big loud noise.
No, now it sounds like you just want to smash people's things. It doesn't.
Not things.
Sound like you want to meet
tables. I have a thing about smashing tables. Do you remember? You remember that band in the '90s, Smashing Tables? I thought they were good.
No. There was Smashing Pumpkins.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. That'll ruin Halloween.
Sure, but you don't mind just ruining people's tables? You don't mind that?
Here's the deal. I don't know anyone who's satisfied with their dining room table. Most people are like, yeah, this is just temporary, but I keep meaning to get a new dining room table.
No, we have a great dining room table.
Most people, listen, you're not most people, are you?
True. No, okay, I'm not. I'm one person.
You're just one person.
Yeah.
Most people are dissatisfied with their dining room tables.
No one person is most people, Greg. No one person. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, sure. So I think most people are dissatisfied with their dining room tables is another very good option for a title for this episode.
Damn it. We might need to talk about this again on another episode.
Shoot. Hey, I'm going to make a note of this. Hang on. Most people are dissatisfied with their, it seems long, dining room tables. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, but I feel like it's a little long.
Yeah, I think the other one's better.
Well, all right. I tell you what I'll do. On Patreon, I'll call it How to Make Friends with Strangers, but then the description will just say most people are dissatisfied with their dining room tables.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal, right?
I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Greg, so listen, listener, I'm going to talk to the listener now.
Okay, great.
Listener,
I won't listen. La 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 la.
Don't take Greg advice. Don't ever take his advice.
I can't hear you when I'm doing that.
Don't break into people's homes. Don't. There's better ways to meet people than to smash their tables. I don't think with your katana. I don't think anyone wants their table smashed, even if they're not really happy with their table. And that's all. Okay.
Boy, Craig, I mean, you probably hear this a lot, but you are bossy. You know, you like to tell people what to do and what not to do. You know,
well,
I'm here to give ideas and let the ideas flow freely, and then you're here to just knock them down.
I feel like the world needs someone like me there to keep someone like you in check. I feel like that's what we need.
Okay.
If we just let you do whatever you want,
then the world will be a happier place. People would have brand new kitchen tables. The people who run
sounds violent.
The people who run kitchen table stores, you know, those stores that just sell kitchen tables, like Kitchen Tables R Us. Their business would be booming. Like, I'm trying to improve people's businesses here.
I think
what do you have against business?
Whoa, this has nothing to do with business.
It does if you keep me from smashing people's tables. Then they won't need to go buy a new table, and the money will stop flowing. Commerce!
I mean, why do we need the money to be flowing all the time? If people have what they need... Oh, that's true. You did say commerce. Okay. Good point. Yeah. Okay.
Remember when I said commerce?
I do. Yeah, that would just happen. Like seconds ago.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Yeah. That's the first time that I've said commerce on this podcast.
That might be the first time. Yeah.
I love firsts.
That's great. Can someone go back and check every transcript to see if that was the first time Greg said commerce?
Just do a quick Google search. Just say, "Dear ChatGPT, please search the transcripts for two guys talking about lettuce to see if the word commerce has been used."
You don't have to start by like it's a letter. You don't have to say "Dear ChatGPT." But also, ChatGPT doesn't have the data of things that recent.
Well,
So,
it might. Hang on, just say "to whom it may concern." Then that way, ChatGPT or whoever might help you out. Just get on Ask Jeeves and say "to whom it may concern."
Okay, no, you can just do Google.
Except you, Jeeves. Just exclude Jeeves.
Oh, what on Ask Jeeves you would exclude Jeeves? Yeah. I mean, why go to Ask Jeeves then? Why?
I don't ask me. Ask Jeeves.
I'm gonna go to Ask Jeeves right now.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it doesn't exist. There is ask.com.
Wait a minute. You said Ask Jeeves still exists. On a previous stream, you looked it up.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it does still exist.
Oh, thank God. That scared me.
Yeah.
I'd hate
but that's not the first thing that comes up when you type Ask Jeeves. Ask.com comes up.
I would hate to think of Jeeves being out of work, you know? I'd hate to think of, like, having to go to the unemployment line and standing right by Jeeves. And he just said, "Does anyone have a question?" You know, and I'll be like, "No, Jeeves, I don't have a question for you. Please ask me something."
And then you'd hit him in the face.
I'd punch him in the face. I'd just bring out a frying pan and I'd smack him in the nose with a frying pan.
That's not very ninja. That's not a ninja weapon.
I am not a ninja. Pan. I don't know why you're so obsessed with ninjas. Hey, listen, I got some good news. I got some good news.
I think I know what it is.
What?
That it's time for the Patreon only section.
No.
That's not it? No? Okay.
No.
What's the news?
I mean, you think you know everything.
I do. Yeah.
You're like, I can predict the future.
Yeah. I don't. No, but if I did predict the future, I don't think I'd use that voice. I don't think I would go, and then add in a few grunts here and there, like, I can predict the future.
Greg's gonna say it's time for the Patreon only bonus section. Or are you doing that with your lips anyway? I mean, what's the point of that?
I wasn't.
But I just imitated you, so obviously you were. That was like a perfect impression.
That was you were taking liberties with what I was doing. So, I just searched. What was I supposed to search on Ask Jeeves?
Animal pornography. So,
okay. Yeah. Animal.
Show me animal pornography. Alexa, show me animal pornography.
I'm in my own home.
Did I just make everyone who listens to this over speakers who has an Echo device? Did I just have them?
Oh, you know what?
I want to apologize to everyone for that. That was not right.
I searched animal pornography.
Yes.
And one of the first things that comes up is how do you become a fluffer? That's what I don't know what a fluffer is, but
which is another great title for this episode.
Oh, I know what that is. That's like a person of the crew who has to fluff. Parts.
A fluffer nutter. They call him. They call him a fluffer nutter.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. And that's another great title for this episode. And we're gonna name 3 more great titles during the Patreon only bonus section, which starts right now. This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast. And that's the end of the Patreon-only bonus section. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Aha! Ha ha ha! Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a good one, you guys. That was a great Patreon only.
It really was good.
Yeah. All right, Greg. Now, I really would like. Here's the thing. I think people need to know. They need to know how. What's your secret, Greg?
Oh,
what is your secret to being such a happy-go-lucky, positive guy who gets things done all the time? What's your secret? How do you do it?
You know what's weird about that? I thought you were just joking, but I am kind of a happy-go-lucky guy.
I know.
And I do get a lot of things done.
Yes, you do. Yes,
Yeah.
you do. I'm being genuine right now.
If I can give you a true, genuine answer, the answer is find joy in the little things.
Okay.
To me, life's all about the little things. And I mean like, oh, I'm enjoying sipping this cup of coffee in the morning. Or, isn't it nice just to hold hands with my wife? Guys, don't come to my house to try to hold hands with my wife.
No.
I just
He will end you.
Yeah, I will end you, and then I will restart you. Because sometimes you have to unplug something, plug it back in for it to work correctly.
Sure.
And if someone comes to my house to try to hold hands with my wife, they are not working correctly.
I think you should just end them and let someone else restart them somewhere else.
That's my secret. Find joy in the little things.
Find joy in the little things.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Mm-hmm. You just
yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great. How do I do that? How do I find joy in the little thing? What if my what's the word? Demeanor or my behavior is, and my default is to just be like, this sucks.
Okay. Excellent question.
You know?
Excellent question. There's a simple answer.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop doing that, idiot. Stop doing that, idiot. You're an idiot, and stop it.
I feel like that's verbal abuse, and that's not.
It is. Sometimes people need a little verbal abuse just to get them out of their rut.
I think that might make it worse.
Here, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, and this is true. This has been true for the ages. Yeah. If you ever call someone an idiot, their first reaction is always going to be, "You're right. I am an idiot. I should stop doing the thing that I was doing that makes me an idiot."
It's almost never.
No, it is.
That.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh my God. You have a valid point. I'm an idiot, and I need to stop being an idiot right now.
I think most people, it would make them angrier, and they would dig in and double down on whatever behavior they were doing that you thought was them being an idiot. I think that's
okay.
Yeah.
Let me explain something to you.
Yeah.
Do you know when you're driving?
Sure.
And sometimes you're driving with someone else, and so you take the carpool lane, right? You know, so you have a carpool lane in Wisconsin. Is there a carpool lane?
There's a flex lane in one of our interstates. Okay. We don't have a carpool lane.
Okay, well here in let's just say you're in California and you take the carpool lane. Well, sometimes the carpool lane splits off from the highway and it goes like a slightly different route, or even like sometimes it goes through a tunnel, right? Mm-hmm. Never ever take the tunnel. It's very dangerous. A friend of mine did once, and he got carpool tunnel syndrome.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, I need a break.
Once again, find joy in the little things, folks. That is a prime example of finding joy in the little things.
Oh, I'm going to need to take about 5 minutes.
Comedy jokes, folks. And now,
get over that.
Now Craig's going to take a nap for 5 minutes. He's never done that right here.
Oh my gosh. And I can't really sleep that easily, but I feel like after that,
that's going to put you right out for 5 minutes. Oh my God. I'm so happy that I could share that with you guys, because that's what I'm talking about. Find joy in the little things. So since you and I did our last recording, actually a lot's happened. I know it's only been a day, but a lot has happened.
Really?
I became the first man in history to ever become pregnant, and I carried the baby to term. I had a beautiful baby girl, and then I placed her for adoption with a lovely family in Vermont. So, I mean, all's well that ends well. I feel like it's been a very busy day, and I'm so happy to have...
Were you in labor for like all night long, or what?
None of the labor was very quick. I mean, I'm in good shape, so my labor was like 6.5 minutes.
Oh, so it has to do with how good of shape you're in?
Yeah, I'm in really good shape, and I just pushed. I just pushed, and it came out.
Yeah, sure.
And then I placed it up for adoption. Beautiful baby girl.
So I guess if a man becomes pregnant, which is impossible, It goes really a lot faster. Is
Super
that,
easy. Men know how to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, men can do things that women can't.
Which
you know?
hole does it come out of?
Let's not talk about that. You don't want to know.
Okay.
Can we just can we avoid that part? Okay, let's just avoid that part. And besides, all questions must be submitted in writing.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry, that's the rule.
For the rest of the podcast?
I cannot answer. That's another one. I cannot answer that unless you submit your question in writing.
Okay.
All I'm saying is that thanks to me, a lovely family in Vermont now has a beautiful new baby girl. I don't even know what they've named her. They get to choose the name. That's the thing about adoption. They get to choose the name.
Yeah.
He's writing a question. All right. It says, what?
Yeah. That's what it said.
Yeah. The answer is yes.
Okay. All right, Greg. Mm-hmm. So find joy in the little things.
Yep.
And men can apparently have kids. Well, you can apparently have kids.
I can do whatever I want. You do whatever you set your mind to, you know? Literally do whatever you set your mind to.
Have you ever been to Vermont?
You want to fly and you can't fly? You're not flapping hard enough. You need to flap your little hands harder and faster.
I don't think you could flap them as hard as you want. You're never going to fly.
But that's not with that attitude.
Or any attitude. Yeah.
You're not going to fly with that sort of, I'm so negative. Nope, got to be positive.
Well,
gotta be positive.
You could be, and you're also not going to fly with that attitude either.
All right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Then leave the flying to me, as they say.
Okay, how are you going to do it? Can you show me how you would fly?
No, you know what? I don't feel like you deserve to see me fly. You did not submit that question in writing.
No, I'm done. I'm done with that. that bit is over.
Well, we hope you guys have all made friends with strangers since we've started, because you can listen to this on your podcast while you're following the instructions.
You think someone was listening to this and they heard your instructions? Maybe they were driving and they're like, "Oh, I happen to have a katana in the back seat."
Who doesn't?
And I think most people. I would bet.
You got to protect your car.
I bet it's a very, very, very small percentage of people who have a katana in their backseat right now.
I bet it's a larger percentage than those who have an invisibility cloak.
Yes, that's true.
I don't think those really exist.
That's true, yes.
And yet, if you read certain books, they're like, oh, man, then Harry has an invisibility cloak. And you're like, no, he doesn't. Those don't exist.
Is that the only thing that you think is not true about Harry Potter?
That's the only thing.
Just the invisible.
Everything else is accurate. It's a very accurate documentary.
So you can go through a wall in a train station, and then you're in like Wizarding World. And
I mean, I've never had to take that train, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
platform 13 and a half. Is that what it is?
Kids to learn
6
to be wizards.
6 3/4, something like that.
Something. Yeah, I don't know. Something like that.
I don't know what it is.
9 and 8.5.
I don't know. I saw the movie 8.5, and I don't remember Harry Potter being in it.
No, that's a different thing. Yeah, that's
it's a Fellini film.
There's also 9.5 Weeks. That's another movie.
Oh yeah,
right.
yeah. That's a weird Fellini film. There's a lot of sex in that Fellini film.
Yeah. I don't think that's Fellini.
Kim Basinger, boy, was she a hottie.
Yeah. Is it Basinger?
Basinger. Kim. Basinger.
Kim Basinger.
No one knows.
I would say Basinger.
No one knows. Even she doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so many interviews with her, and the first question is always, "Kim, how do you pronounce your last name?" And she's like, "Who knows? Nobody."
I have no clue.
Yeah, she's got no clue whatsoever. Nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows. Let's move on. Next question.
Maybe she's
next question. Yeah.
Kim saying bass. Maybe it's bass singer.
Sure. Yeah. No. No.
Could be.
So, anyways, they're driving and they got a katana in the back seat, and then they go to a house and they break in. Do you think that's what people listening to this? If you actually went in, how many houses did you break into? Let us know in the comments,
Jesus,
please.
Craig, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about what we were talking about earlier about you breaking into homes.
Okay.
To meet people.
Okay. I don't know how you remember these things from that long ago.
Because it's not that long ago, and we should probably remember the things we talked about in the very episode we're still in.
Okay. All right, Craig. I don't have super brain, that can remember every little thing. You know,
Sure.
I don't have that
Okay.
kind of brain.
Okay, let's talk about something new then. Let's
Great.
bring up something new. Go
Great.
for it.
What's
Yeah.
your name?
Craig. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What else you got? What else?
So, how do you like having a beard? It's like hair on your face, right?
It is. I like it.
I could have my own late night talk show because I don't even have to have notes. You know how they're always like looking at their notes, like, so you did a movie with Frank Gorshin, and they're like, no, I didn't.
Frank Gorshin.
Frank Gorshin died years ago, and like, well, it says here you did a movie with Frank Gorshin. You know, because they just look at their notes.
Sure. I feel like their notes are generally more accurate to what the person they're talking to. It sounded like that note was just completely off base.
Yeah, they're like, no, I didn't. I'm the mayor of New York. Well, it says here you did a movie with Frank Gorshin. No, I didn't.
Frank Gorshin isn't a person.
Well, Frank Gorshin was the Riddler on
he
Batman.
was?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Frank Gorshin.
Yeah, the Riddler on Batman.
Okay.
Unless I'm mistaken. You guys will let me know if I'm mistaken.
Sure. I could ask Jeeves. I will ask Jeeves.
Yeah, ask Jeeves. Was Frank Gorshin the Riddler on Batman? I think he was.
Frank Gorshin.
Maybe he was the Penguin. I think he was the Riddler.
Well, Ask Jeeves is a terrible search engine.
Is it really?
Wait, is it Gorshin?
Gorshin. That's correct. Gorshin. How else would you spell Gorshin?
I guess that's how, but it's nothing about the actors coming up. Okay, yep, there it is.
So wait, why would Ask Jeeves be the #1 search engine if it's so bad?
Because it's not the #1 search engine.
That's what I say. I agree with you.
Yeah, well,
Isn't it great to agree?
You agree with a fact.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
Isn't it nice to agree like that?
Yes, he did. He did play the Riddler. Yes.
Okay, good.
Now I'm going to put in Frank Gorshin in Google, and let's see how much easier.
Google.
Oh yeah,
Google has
that's a much better search engine.
It is.
Yes.
So
yes.
Google, has Frank Gorshin ever had carpool tunnel syndrome?
Has Frank Gorshin ever had carpool tunnel syndrome?
Yep.
Oh, it wants me to correct it to carpal tunnel syndrome.
Then correct it. Go ahead and correct it.
Okay.
However it wants you to spell carpool is fine by
Sure. You know, there's a whole lot of sites coming up where it says missing and then it crosses out carpal tunnel. So like they'll show Frank Gorshin on a website, but carpal tunnel is not mentioned.
Oh, but they'll mention what other syndromes he's had? What other syndromes has Frank Gorshin had?
No, it doesn't mention that either. I think he's probably never had carpal tunnel, and maybe that wasn't even a thing.
Why don't you just Google what illnesses Frank Gorshin had?
Okay.
Can we just at least find out? This is so good.
Frank
God, you guys
Gorshin.
are so lucky to witness this. This is so much fun. Are you guys having a good time? Happy Thanksgiving, by the way.
Oh,
Did you eat
AI
turkey?
is telling me.
Oh, yeah.
AI is telling me that he had lung cancer, emphysema, and pneumonia. Wow. That's what he died of.
Look at that. He died of 3 things? That's greedy.
So.
That is greedy. Lung cancer, emphysema, and pneumonia.
Yeah, 2005.
2005.
I feel like all of those things are related. I think.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow. What's your favorite song about emphysema? Do you have one of those favorite emphysema songs?
I'm unaware that there is an emphysema song, but I could look it up. Any songs?
Yeah. No, my favorite is "You Take My Breath Away." I love that song. You take my breath away. I love that. That is a great.
Okay. Yeah.
That is a great song about emphysema.
I feel like that's more about love. About
someone loves emphysema. Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
Nobody loves emphysema. It's horrible.
I'm not saying that at all. But there is
say that.
No, there is a song by REM called "Emphysema." So,
right,
yeah.
Are the lyrics "You take my breath away"? Dear emphysema, you take my breath away.
No, when people say "take my breath away," they're talking about how when they're so in love, they feel like. They just have an intense feeling. That's basically what they're saying.
An intense feeling, you say?
Yeah, it's not really that they literally can't breathe, because then they would die.
They would die, you say?
Yeah. That's what I said. Yes.
Yeah. That is what you said, you say.
So you would not be a good talk show host.
Very good. I'm better than Chevy Chase was.
You could be, yes.
Yeah. I would be great at this. I would be so good.
I think you probably would be a good talk show host, actually.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because you can talk about complete bullshit forever.
Yeah, I don't have to do any research. You know? For instance, hey, Craig, what do you like pie? Look at that. Start a new conversation. Do you like pie?
Wow. Okay.
Yes or no?
I do like pie. Yes.
Well, okay, yes. What kind of pie? What's your favorite pie?
I'm pretty simple guy. I like apple.
Apple pie? You like it cold or hot?
Yeah. I mean, I'll take it cold, but I prefer hot with ice cream.
Hot?
Yeah.
Hot? Do you like it with ice cream?
I said that already, so you don't have to ask.
Okay.
I already said, yeah.
Yes or no? Do you like ice cream with your pie?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I do.
Yeah? What kind of ice cream? What flavor?
Probably vanilla. I don't want to overtake the flavor of the apple pie.
Okay. Have you ever tried apple pie with vanilla ice cream?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you ever warm up the apple pie and then have it and make sure that the ice cream is cold and then the pie is hot? Do you ever do that?
Yes, I said I like the pie warm.
This is my talk show right here. This is how good it is. We could have conversations and people would enjoy it so much because you know why? Because they're relatable.
I think they'd enjoy maybe 2 episodes, and then I think your shtick might get a little old.
What?
I just
you say
I have sometimes some people. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But some people they want real conversation. Some people enjoy people being real.
Okay.
And sharing
well, we have
things.
3 minutes left in this podcast. Let's have a real conversation and see how that goes.
Okay.
My dad died when I was 29. He had leukemia.
This is
Why
your
are you
version
laughing? My
this
father
is your
died of
version
leukemia.
Of a real conversation.
Yeah,
is
I'm
always
trying to be real with you.
I said real, not necessarily
I had
depressing.
a really good relationship with my father. I loved my dad. He was a really good dad. And he died of leukemia when he was 58. I was 29. I was literally half his age. And you're laughing?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be real with you here.
Because this is your version of real. I think in Greg's mind, real just means sad. That just means sad.
It kind of does. Listen, I'm not laughing at you, Dad. Listen, I had a great relationship, but the time has passed. I'm
not laughing at that either. I'm laughing at you, Greg. That's what I'm doing.
You're laughing at me for not having a dad? Ha ha! You don't have a dad. Is that what you're doing?
That's not. No, that's
rude.
That's not what
Very
I'm doing.
rude.
No. You can be real without being sad, though. You could do that. Try that. Try to be real without being sad.
Okay. Hey, my dad died when I was 29 years old.
No.
He was
I didn't
58.
Say,
yeah.
No, I didn't say take a sad thing and pretend to be happy about it. No,
you have to be more specific with me. I don't really know what you want unless you direct me.
What do you want in life, Greg? What's your goal for the rest of your life? You have a goal? You have several goals? Can you give me a list of goals?
Yeah. One, to not be so sad about losing my own father. And two, to somehow move on from the loss of my dad.
You're really fixated on one thing right now. You're really...
I'm trying to be real with you. Listen, this has affected my life.
I understand. That is sad.
I got my sense of humor from my dad.
Yeah.
And I got my weirdness from my mom. I've always said that. My mom's a weirdo. She's a delightful weirdo. Still going strong, 84 years old.
That's great.
Got my weirdness from her and my sense of humor from my dad. How about you?
Definitely sense of humor from my dad, and I think my sense of organization and being responsible from my mom.
Oh yeah. No, my mom's definitely my mom's a clean freak. I picked that up from her. So I do stay organized and clean thanks to my mom. Thanks, Mom, if you're listening to this, which she's not. There's no reason she'd ever listen to this.
Oh, my mom actually did listen to an episode, and she was blown away by how much nonsense it was.
I just want to listen, in case my mom is listening, I just want to say, I love you so much, Mom. And just in case your mom is listening, I just want to say, I love you so much, Craig's mom. I love you even more than my own mom.
Wow.
That's not true. That's not true.
That's strange.
Don't tell
that's
my
strange.
mom that. That's not true.
Listen, Mom, I love you, and thank you for giving me life. And I've never met Greg's mom, so I don't really have much of an opinion. Sorry.
Well, that's weird because I met your mom a couple of times now, so it's weird that you haven't met my mom. I feel like it's kind of selfish of you.
Is that my fault? I
mean, you haven't made the effort, have you? You've never gone to her house. I've gone to your mom's house.
You haven't made the effort to meet my mom.
I have gone to your mom's house. I hung out there. We brought pizza and ate it in her kitchen. And by the way, that was really good pizza.
Sure was. Glass nickel. That is the best.
Yeah,
the best pizza.
I even paid for the pizza with cash money.
You did? You paid?
I did.
Oh, well, thank you. I guess I owe you a pizza or two.
Okay, great. Send me a glass nickel pizza. Do they deliver all the way to L.A.? Because that buffalo chicken pizza, the spicy buffalo chicken pizza, holy crap, that was good.
Okay, I don't think it'll survive very well if I mail it to you.
Okay.
Wow. That really hit you hard. I didn't mean to.
I was. When you're really in the mood for a food, and you're like, man, I could really go for one of those buffalo chicken glass nickel pizzas, and then your friend just knocks it down. He goes, "Nope, you're not going to get it."
Yeah, because what you want is unrealistic. You should just want things.
And am I supposed to be happy about that?
I think you probably should just not even go down that train of thought. You should just not even think about a pizza that you want that you can't have. That's,
all right, fine. That's fair. You know what? To be honest with you, I'm so full anyway of turkey and stuffing and all the fixins, broccoli casserole
from Thanksgiving in a week.
Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving. There's bread and dinner rolls. And there's mashed potatoes with gravy. And
those things are with you right now.
Cranberry sauce. I am so full of all that stuff.
Yeah,
I know that I will be when I listen to this. If I listen to this next week, same with everybody.
Okay.
We're all so full. I don't have room for pizza anyway, so it's okay. So happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving or are going to have a wonderful Thanksgiving. It depends on when you listen to this.
Or if you're in Canada.
Yeah, if we're in Canada, you can have Thanksgiving anytime. I mean, there are no rules if you're not in the States. You can have Thanksgiving any time of the year.
They have their own Thanksgiving. Maybe they already had it.
They don't even know when it is. Let me ask. There's no
Google.
date. You ask Google, and we'll give you the answer on next week's episode. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. My name is Greg Benson. My name is Craig Benson. It's been great hanging out with you, Craig.
That wasn't me.
That was you. It's been great hanging out with you, Craig. Great hanging out with you too, Greg.
October 13th is Canadian
Thanksgiving. See you next week, Craig.
October 13th.
I love you, Greg. Well, that's a little weird, but okay. Love you too as a friend. I love you more than a friend. Okay, let's not talk about that.
That's not me
Bye,
talking.
Craig.
I feel like everyone knows that that's not me.
Bye, Craig.
Because I don't.
Bye-bye. Bye.
No, I don't talk like this. That's not my voice.